So back to soccer now, and this Saturday just gone, as part of a sport and cultural exchange program, there was a match organized between the veterans of the yesteryear, in this case the former Chinese internationals, and the legends of the Brazilian sides from the mid-90s onwards. This meant that the likes of Bebeto, Ronaldo, Luis Ronaldo that is, and not Cristiano, who's Portuguese, remember, as well as more recent players such as Roque Jr., Juninho and even Gilberto Silva were all present. They, along with Ronaldo, if you remember, were all part of the World Cup winning side from 2002 as well. The coach on the day was someone who'd won the World Cup himself as a player in 1970, Carlos Alberto Torres. He was a captain actually back then, leading the likes of Pele and Jairzinho. The China veterans, on the other hand, were led by the legendary coach Bora Milutinovic, who was the national team manager when China qualified for their first and only World Cup so far, and a few of the players who featured under him back then were there as well, including Fan Zheyi, Yang Po, and even some of the stars from the Chinese league of the olden days when it was called the Sea League, the likes of Gao Feng, Peng Weiguo and Wei Chun, to name a few. The match itself obviously not quite a testament of how either sides played back in their heyday, but the Brazilian veterans took the lead just on the half-hour mark, Valber with the low finish to make it 1-0. China by no means mowed over though, creating a few chances themselves, but never quite crossing the finishing line there, kept out by the keeper on a few occasions. Here again and again, one-handed as well on that occasion. The equaliser finally came in the second half. Gao Feng put through on goal, bringing it down beautifully to slot it past the keeper. Great finish there as well. Not quite lost his sense of timing there either, staying well onside to make it a goal apiece. Brazil then, always with a taste for the theatrics, with some fancy attempts on goal and some not so fancy ones. This one in the back of the net, but ruled out for handball. And tell you what, he was offside there by a yard as well. The winner was pure quality, though all three goals actually were. Pedrinho with a fierce left-footed shot to make it 2-1. China very nearly managed to draw level again though, but somehow it stayed out. Milutinovic looking on in disbelief there, and that's how it stayed, the final score ending at 2-1. Now let's take you straight over to Sina.com for some of the reactions to this match as well.
When I watch the national team of this generation, I want to cry. I'm touched by their spirit.
Gabriel Batistuta, Paolo Maldini, Raul Gonzalez. These guys in the 90s are the spokespeople of loyalty.
Cao Xiandong is now a chef.
I still remember when Hu Jejun played soccer when he was young. This former national striker has kept a good body shape and still is very elegant when he runs.
How come there's an Argentine guy there?
This is just like the brilliant time in football for China. The quick speed hero, the calm midfielder, they're just like back then, except the belly and bald heads.
It's sad that after watching them now, I prefer being reminded of them the way they used to be. Except Gao Feng and Peng Weiguo. I can hardly tell who the rest of them are.
I nearly fell asleep while watching it.
Bit harsh, that last one. They're well past their prime, the lot of them, and I'll bet they can still all beat me in a race as well. Anyway, that ends our Backpage section. Next up, we finish off with Podium Finish.